All right. Well, I'm gonna make my face bigger here for a second. I accidentally forgot to record today's session, and if you pay attention to my Instagram, you can see that. So today I'm gonna get up a trade recap. Okay. I usually just post this for the Discord, but we'll post this one on YouTube. We'll go over how we made our money today, what trade we took, and our overall performance. Right. So overall, dive deep into that real quick. Hopefully, this video helps you guys and girls out who watch my content. Again, I'm just showing you what I've learned, right, over the past couple years in my experience and my journey. I say it every time, every video, basically, and I should stop saying it because it's probably getting annoying. But yeah, we're going to keep doing our thing. So I'm going to put this in replay mode, okay? I really want to go over market open, all right? So today was a tricky day, okay? People could have got faked out to the downside, but again, this is where patience pays. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour time frame, we could see we formed a 4-hour S&T off of this weekly high, right? So let's go to the weekly time frame. Again, I want to go over in replay mode, but the weekly time frame is going to print this weekly candle. But we could see this weekly high, Monday the 23rd. NASDAQ took that out yesterday. I was paying attention to that coming into market open, right? Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. If we look at the 4-hour time frame, we can see we formed a 4-hour S&T off of that weekly high, right? NASDAQ took that out, I think, when did it take it out? It took it out a while ago. I think it took it out yesterday or something like that, right? So we formed that 4-hour S&T off of that. I wanted to see if we were going to respect that and continue lower off of this. Hold on, let me let my dog out. Back to what I was saying. I was coming in with the bias of being bearish today, right? Because we formed a 4-hour SMT. We ended up forming this 4-hour high, which I'm going to mark out. We formed this 4-hour high right here. We'll mark this out over here on ES. 4-hour high. And we could see coming into market open, right? ES took out that 4-hour high, right? So we have a 4-hour SMT off that weekly high. I scaled out to the hourly time frame. We have an hourly SMT off of this 4-hour high, right? NASDAQ didn't come up and take out this 4-hour high. As we can see here, we'll go to the hourly time frame. I guess I wish I can replay back on NASDAQ too, but I can't. But we could see before market open, right? From an hourly S&T. ES comes up, takes out this high right here, this 4-hour high that we formed recently. So we have a 4-hour S&T, we have an hourly S&T. I really wanted to see if price wanted to continue lower, maybe manipulate. I was looking at a 15-minute fair value gap that was formed. I wanted to see if we were going to inverse this 15-minute fair value gap, continue to the downside, take out these hourly draws that we have down below, and go from there. Maybe even fill in this daily fair value gap that's all the way down here. But again, that didn't happen today. That's why you got to adapt with the market and just be patient and wait for your opportunity to align, right? So that was my bias coming into the day. We'll go to the 5-minute time frame. What do we do? Hold on one second. I'm not going to edit this either. What do we do? This hourly fair value gap, this hourly low wasn't formed yet, and neither was this 15-minute low. Just we're going to keep that as an FYI right now. But we can see price ends up coming up. We take out that 4-hour high. We take out this 15-minute high. It looks like we want to continue higher, right? Looks like we want to continue higher. NASDAQ didn't even come up and take out that 4-hour high until 940. So let's go to 940. We can see 940 hits. We end up getting this giant move down. Boom. This is where I told people to be patient, right? This is where people could have got faked out to the downside, scaling down to the 1-minute time frame and looking for 1-minute confirmation. And that's personally what I did, right? We broke structure on the 5-minute time frame. Broke structure on the 5-minute time frame. Inverse 2 5-minute bearish fair value gaps. But what I was paying attention to, right, is we ended up forming this 15-minute low, right? Hold on, I gotta let one more dog out. I'm so sorry. You wanna go out or no? No, she doesn't want to go out. So we end up sweeping out this 15-minute low. NASDAQ didn't, right? We come down. I'm on the 5-minute time frame. I'm telling people to be patient, right? At first, we form a 1-minute S&T to the upside. But then, look, we end up forming a 5-minute S&T, right? Off of the 15-minute low. Hold on one second. Come on. Get going. Get going. Get going. Sorry about that. I got dogs, right? I got kids, okay? But this is where I paid attention to, right? We formed a 5-minute S&T off of a 15-minute low, okay? What do we end up doing? We end up forming a 5-minute bearish fair value gap. I was looking for a reaction out of this area, and I'm going to X out this 4-hour high because I don't care about this anymore. I was looking for a reaction out of this 5-minute bearish fair value gap, but the leading index to the upside is NASDAQ, right? But we have no draws and liquidity to target above except this daily high, which is 200 points away. I didn't want to hold that. But what did we have above? We had this 15-minute high on, let's go here. We had this 15-minute high on NASDAQ, right? And we also had this 15-minute high in ES, right? NASDAQ already comes and take this out. Watch this. Look at this. We're waiting on the 5-minute time frame. We see that we form a 5-minute SMT. Okay, are we going to react out of this 5-minute bearish fair value gap or not? What do I wait for? I wait for 5-minute confirmation. Boom, we don't come up into it yet. What do we do the next candle? Boom, we end up inversing the 5-minute fair value gap. We inverse this 5-minute fair value gap at 9.55. We go to 9.55 over here on NASDAQ. What does it do? It breaks structure back to the upside. So now we got to inverse fair value gap to the upside. We got to break a structure to the upside and the leading index to the upside, right? I start looking to the upside because, again, NASDAQ already took this high. What I'm looking for now is if we form another 5-minute S&T off of this 15-minute high to make the potential to come down and take out this new hourly low that we formed, right, at 10 a.m. that we end up forming. I kept an eye out for that. If we don't form that 5-minute S&T off of this high, I want to target this high as my first take profit, my break even, and then target this weekly high above, which I didn't let my full runner run because, again, I had to go to the bathroom and I had an appointment at 11 o'clock. So I cut the trade early. And again, I like the trade. We still had a 1 to 2.5 risk to reward. Okay. So what do? Right? We inverse this 5-minute fair value gap. I can see over here on NASDAQ, we come up, we sweep this out. I scale down to the 1-minute time frame. When I scale down to the 1-minute time frame, what do I want to see? Come down here, right? I see we inverse that 5-minute fair value gap. I want to target this as my first take profit, right? I'm waiting on the 1-minute time frame. We get this candle down. We do inverse this fair value gap, but what do? Right? We create this low. What the fuck is that? I don't know why that played. Holy shit. Today's just one of those days where everything is crazy. Like, I don't know what the fuck that was. Like, they started playing Kanye on my damn fucking MacBook or whatever. Back to the trade recap. Holy shit. You guys are probably so confused and like, why am I listening to this idiot? Listen. Look, we come up from a 1-minute bearish fair value gap, right? What do I want to see? I want to see bearish confluence is being disrespected, bullish confluence is being respected because I believe that price is going to continue to the upside, right? I believe that's going to happen. We didn't form that 5-minute S&T off this 15-minute high. What do? I mark out this 1-minute low, the 10 a.m. 1-minute low, right? What do? We end up forming a 1-minute bullish S&T. As we could see, where is it? Hold on. We form, wait for it, boom, a 1-minute bullish S&T. NASDAQ forms a low and a higher low, right? ES forms a low and a lower low. What do I want to see now? I want to see confirmation of an inverse fair value gap because we still didn't break structure to the downside on the 1-minute time frame. We're bullish on the 1-minute time frame. We're bullish on the 5-minute time frame. We're bullish on the 4-hour time frame. We're bullish on the hourly time frame. We're bullish on the 15-minute time frame, right? What do we have above? NASDAQ took out this 15-minute high. First take profit, break even. What do we have after that? Weekly high. NASDAQ took that out also, right? It took it out yesterday. So let's target that. Why not? So what do? We're waiting for confirmation. We're waiting for that inverse fair value gap. Bang. Inverse fair value gap. Right here. I enter my trade, putting my stop loss below the SMT, right? Stop loss is below the SMT, risking around 6 points to 5.75 points or whatever it was as my stop loss. This was my entry. I wanted to see a break of structure to the upside on the 5-minute time frame to be confident in this trade. So I entered this trade with conviction that we're going to at least come to this high, right? Price action starts pumping. What do we get? We get a 5-minute break of structure to the upside. We form a 5-minute bullish fair value gap once we take out this high. I move my stop loss to a little bit below this 5-minute fair value gap to let the trade run. We end up getting that pullback that is expected. Once we start breaking above this high again, I put my profits to break even, right? First take profit was taken here. I went in 5 contracts, micros on ES. Second take profit was taken here. Third take profit, fourth take profit, and I wanted to let that last runner run, but I really didn't care about an extra 2.75 points. I didn't care. That was like an extra $15 per account, right? So we ended up hitting that completely, as you can see, schmack right there. And then price did retrace when I left. I had my trailing stop right here, so we would have gotten a trailing stop hit, but price ended up coming up, and I'm pretty sure that weekly high ends up getting hit. I still haven't checked yet. Let's see if it does. Okay, bang, it did get hit. So overall draw on liquidity was correct. It would have hit around 11:14 a.m. So again, I like the trade. So overall, I really wish I could have posted the whole live session today. Again, I'll show my trade Zella too if you guys want to look at it. Let's make this a little bit smaller here. You should be able to see that, right? Hold on. Bang. And bang. Being transparent, right? Here's today. I've only taken 1, 2, 3, 4. I cut the one trade. So I consider this one trade this day. So 1, 2, 3, 4 trades so far this month. Here's today. We made $300 almost per account. That's really it. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. So regardless, that was today's trade. It was 15 points on ES. It was a 1 to 2.5 RR, right? That's pretty much it. First take profit, and then we got the other 4 up there, which is pretty good. I think their performance today, we let the trade run. We trusted the trade. We let it do its thing. And yeah, that's all we could do. And we've been patient in these markets lately. I think patience is what's been paying lately, right? I haven't been taking a lot of trades. It's been a week since I've taken a trade. So it felt good to take a trade today. It felt good to take a win. I'm going to journal today. I really wish I could have posted the live session for you guys, because today would have been a great day of how patience paid, especially off this first move, right? I was thinking that we were going to get that move to the downside. I really did, based off the 5-minute time frame. But scaling down to the 1-minute time frame, I wanted to see equilibrium get hit. And by the time equilibrium get hit, NASDAQ, we formed that 5-minute SMT from the low, that 15-minute low. We broke structure on the 5-minute time frame. We inversed this 1-minute gap. It didn't look like price wanted to continue to the downside. Chopped around for a little bit. I like the risk to reward better here on ES also because we had that 15-minute high we could target, and I didn't want to hold all the way up to this daily high. But you could have used ES as your map here to do that also and went from there. But again, I like the trade we overall took. I trusted in it. That's all we could do. So hopefully you learned something in this video. Again, if you want to get any discounts on my prop firms that I currently use, I use Apex. I started using Tradeify now. We recently just got 500K accounts with Tradeify. Top 1 futures, I'm going to extend to them pretty soon once we start rolling consistent payouts. And then again, what's the other one? Alpha futures too. So again, Discord is free. If you want to join that also, join the Discord. We're going to close out around 500 people. But again, I'm going to keep doing what I do. Be patient, be disciplined, follow my system, trust who I am as a trader, do the best I can on social media for you guys and girls. Again, it gets annoying with some people sometimes. But again, just be me, show the transparency of my journey, and just keep growing over time and doing the right things and being honest and see where we get in the future. All right. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Peace out. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Adios.